Persephone Tedrow. I am the co-owner of Fox&Crow Body Modifications in Evansville, Indiana, and this is my application for APT membership. This is the front of our studio. This is our parking lot area. Here's our sign, some benches for clients to have a seat on if they would like. We are a private appointment only studio and we do keep our front door locked at all times. That's just to help create a space where we don't have clients piling in on top of each other. That's actually a holdover from COVID times. We opened up in August of 2020, so it was necessary for us to prevent people from being in close contact with one another, and it's worked really well for us, so we've just kept that in place. Here we have the sign telling people that we're appointment only and how to get our attention once they've arrived for their appointment. If you come inside, this back hallway area is where we keep all of the awards that we've won over the years. We're very proud of those. This front area has stickers, business cards, some QR codes in case people want to look at portfolios. We don't keep physical portfolios anymore. Again, a COVID thing. There's a little trash can here in case anybody needs to throw anything away. And then we walk into the lobby. This is where all of the clients wait prior to their appointments. This is where we have them fill out paperwork, pick out jewelry, go over their ideas with us. There's lots of stuff in here for people to look at. I'm very much a plant person, as you can tell. I like antiques as well. This is kind of like the hangout spot for clients. So there's never more than 3 or so people in here at a time. It's always individual groups, so we don't have people that don't already have a reason to be together ever. Our clients seem to really like that. Kind of gives them a more individual experience. Behind the jewelry display case here, I have a cart that has paper towels, glass cleaner, gloves, jewelry polishing cloths. There's also bags and lots of boxes for when people buy jewelry but don't necessarily need me to help them insert it. If you come around this way, you can see this is the jewelry display case. Because I am such a small studio and I don't have a very high volume of clients coming in at all times, it's pretty easy for me to keep a lot of the jewelry that I stock out here in the display case available for people to view. Over here on this side, I also have some little oils and scented sachets that I sell and piercing aftercare spray. Up here on top, we have information brochures that I picked up at conference a couple years ago. Some little cards detailing types of piercings that people can get, information on how to make an appointment with me, a little sign that says please do not touch your piercing, because of course we don't want people handling their piercings or jewelry in the lobby, pricing information, hand sanitizer in case the please don't touch your jewelry sign doesn't work, and then just some copies of the Point magazine in case people get bored while they're sitting out here. If you come around here, this is mostly a display piece of furniture. We do have just a couple of things that the tattoo artists use. There's a couple of pillows in there that haven't been used in a while. Stuff that the tattoo artists need whenever they're like visualizing stuff that they're doing for a person. So there's not anything that I use in this. This is a display piece as far as I'm concerned with what I do. So going further into the studio, we have licensing stuff through the health department, just to let people know that we're legitimate. We have our patron rights here, so people know that they're safe, they're in a safe environment, information about our studio, more QR codes for portfolios if people want to look at that while they're waiting in the lobby. If you come this way, this door stays open pretty much all of the time. This hallway is kind of leading into the procedure areas of the studio. We have 2 tattoo rooms and 1 piercing room. This is the checkout area where people can pay. We accept cash and card like most places. We sell gift cards. Information about being in the Southern Indiana Pride Alliance, which is something we're very proud of. We have aftercare sheets for tattoos here, stickers, business cards, suckers, because everybody could use a little sugar after their appointment. We come this way. This area is the drawing room and kind of employee lounge. We're pretty small, so we don't have like a dedicated lunchroom or anything like that. This is just kind of where we are if we're not busy doing piercings or tattoos here. These computers are all tattoo stations. This is what the tattoo artists use. I mostly don't have any use for that. Whenever I'm not busy, I'm usually either over here or working on the gift bags that our studio gives out with each client. Whenever you receive a tattoo or piercing here, we give a little bag that has aftercare instructions, business cards, stickers, how to get in contact with us in case you're having a problem, just everything that you might need in like a nice little bag. Over here, we have information about like processing payments, little memos that we might need to leave to one another on this whiteboard. There's some art books here for the tattoo artists. This filing cabinet carries all of our OSHA stuff, procedures in case there's a stick injury. There are the vaccine forms that we all have to sign out to either request or decline for hepatitis B in here. To give you an idea. Studio receipts for supplies, consultation sheets, just a way for us to physically keep track of any kind of information that anyone who works here might need. Further down, we keep all of our waivers and whatnot in hard copy. Those are turned in at the end of the week every week. They're gone through and checked against the point of sale system every week, and then they are filed away and kept in boxes for indefinitely at this point. We opened up in 2020. We haven't offloaded any of the old ones yet. So down here, these are just envelopes that have old credit card slips in there from where we used to have a traditional credit card machine, and old invoices from years prior. Moving over here to this side of the room, these are basically cabinets that just have extra materials. So we have extra candies for the gift bags, picture frames. A lot of our artists sell artwork, not just tattoos. So we do frame that stuff and hang it on the walls to sell. We have a first aid kit, paperwork, aftercare sheets, hole punches, extra computer paper, a couple of board games, I guess, in case we get bored, and some folders in case we need to store things in. This is a box of sacks for more aftercare bags, and then underneath here is last year's completed paperwork forms. They just don't have anywhere to live right now. Over here, next to the checkout, this is the point of sale system. We have stapler, tacks, you know, standard stuff there. Down here, envelopes, written receipts, memo pads, things like that. And of course, a couple of trash cans in here for any paper trash that we accumulate. The trash can in the front lobby and both of the trash cans in here are not biohazard trash cans, they're just regular trash. So coming out here, this is kind of a common area where we do a lot of filming and we do a lot of like picture taking after piercings and tattoos have been done. Over here on this side, we have one of the tattoo rooms. I'm not going to take you too deep into here because it's not my workspace. We have a couple of tattoo stations. Of course, they have their biohazard trash cans, which are marked, their workstations, their hand washing sink over here, and then a non-biohazard trash can over here for them to put like stencil paper in. This cabinet is a lot of display stuff, but also I think that they keep like masks in here, Tegaderm, that sort of thing. Following me into this room, I'll go ahead and show you the other tattoo area. It's more or less the same. We have a couple of stations, biohazard trash cans, non-biohazard trash, a hand washing sink, you know, thermal fax machine, stencil paper, standard tattoo stuff. And tattoos are the only things that take place in this room and the last room. There's never any like piercing services in here, jewelry consultations, jewelry changeouts, anything like that. We keep those services completely separate from one another. If you're following me in here, I'm going to show you the bathroom really quickly. Pretty standard stuff here as well. This little area, again, just decorative stuff. This is a partition in case someone's getting a tattoo and they don't necessarily want everybody to see what's going on. In here, again, standard. We have a trash can, hand washing sink. There's a toilet behind this door. And then this building that we're in actually used to be a doctor's office, so they do have a shower in here. We don't actually use this for anything, but you know, if somebody had a really severe contamination issue, I suppose that we would be able to get them cleaned up before we send them on their way. So this next room is my room. This is the piercing room. It is the only room that piercing services, jewelry services, anatomy consultations, that sort of thing takes place in. Come in here. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door. My room has a functioning door because I do offer services that people would want privacy for. I do keep this door shut during all services just because I do think that it creates a more calm environment to not hear things out there. But you know, it's mostly in place for more of your like genital piercing services. So this is my station. This is the tray that I work off of. I have a Statum 900 here, which I keep on this stainless steel tabletop. Underneath is just a supply of distilled water, so that way I don't have to leave the room in the event that the machine runs out mid-cycle. Here's my hand washing sink. It is hands-free. We have a hands-free paper towel dispenser, gloves, hand washing instructions, universal precautions, which is all stuff that has to be around the hand washing area, my sharps container and biohazard trash can, and then my license, bloodborne pathogens, my continuing education forms, my CPR, first aid, AED training forms, just stuff that I have to keep on display and like to keep on display to let people know that I've done some work to make sure that they're safe. So I'm going to take you through my cabinets that I have in here. These are built into the wall in my room. They are sealed, so they are wipeable, disinfectable. Up here, there isn't anything. I just keep this empty. I don't really have a lot of use for this storage. This is all just decorative stuff. Down here I have a phone, a little thing that has staples in it, my clipboard and extra pens, stapler for paperwork. This drawer contains consent forms for adults and minors, which is just handy for when I need it. This drawer is where I keep notepads for whenever I have custom jewelry orders. I need to make a note to myself, the week's paperwork before it gets turned in. This folder contains all of my jewelry invoices that I hang on to year to year. That way I can, you know, keep track of that for taxes. Down here in these cabinets, we have just extra notebook paper, some little partition things I had to remove from here to get my stuff to fit. There are a few extra jewelry displays down here, some old invoices in an envelope. I do have some pamphlets left over from APP conference that I hold on to for whenever the front runs out and I can restock that. And then that stool is there, of course, if someone wants to bring like a friend to their piercing appointment. I only allow 2 people back here at a time, the person who's getting pierced and if they want to bring a buddy, basically just to kind of keep it from being overcrowded in here. This is a decorative piece of furniture. This doesn't actually keep anything in it. I don't store anything in here. It's just sealed wood. I think it looks nice, but it isn't functional beyond being a decorative piece. Back here in this corner, there is a cabinet of jewelry aftercare bottles, just stuff that I sell or give away depending on what people need. Some plants, of course, because I'm a plant person. Come around this way. On this side of the room, this is kind of where I keep all of the backings, the things that don't necessarily make sense to put out in the display case. So labret posts, barbells, CBR rings, needles, threaded tapers, non-threaded tapers, that sort of thing, alcohol swabs, iodine swabs, saline, lubricants, all of that stuff. Here we have all of the receiving tubes and whatnot, some Opticide. Up here we have, again, just some saline, a headlamp, gauze, integrator strips to process in the Statum along with each jewelry batch that I do. That's just to make sure that it runs properly every time. I also have my spore alert here because I do spore testing once or twice a month to make sure that the machine is operating fully. Coming down here, this is just little pouches that I can put jewelry in if people are getting a change out. That way they don't have dirty jewelry just like in their hands or in pockets. I put this in this and seal it up and send them on their way. Measuring tools, some cloths just for wiping clean jewelry. Sometimes I give things a wipe over whenever they arrive, just to remove any like factory dust that might be on there. In here, I have instruments that I haven't found a good disposable option for. Hemostats, septum clamps, microdermal tools, ring openers and closers. These are things that have to be replaced each time they're used because I am a single-use studio. I don't have a processing room or like a biohazard sink or anything that I would reprocess instruments in. So all of the stuff that's up here is disposable and gets thrown away. And then these also functionally are disposable. So they get processed in the Statum along with jewelry if it's something that I need to use for like a septum piercing, or I just feel like I'm gonna need hemostats to help me out with the piercing. They get processed in the Statum, used, and then thrown away at the end of the appointment. Down here in these cabinets, I just have more of the same piercing packs. I get a lot of my stuff from Stiletto. I like that everything's already sterilized and like in there. Bibs, just in case anyone needs like a draping or anything while they are being pierced. Gloves, again, more piercing supplies. It's all fairly standard stuff. So I'm going to, this is how this area of the room looks normally. I'm going to move these things out of the way so you can see into this closet. This closet is never really opened. That's why I have so much stuff in front of it. This is functionally a wall for me. I don't actually use the closet for anything other than storage. So this out of the way so you can take a peek in here. And my plant. So in here, there are some storage containers that the tattoo artists use whenever they leave and go on convention. Some paperwork from a long time ago, a dirt devil. There is a water distiller in there, which I've never bothered to teach myself how to use. I was given that by a friend. And it's just in there collecting dust. So this is basically just an area where things that I have no use for can go and stay until I either come up with a use for them or decide to throw them away. But functionally, like, I never really go in there, so that's why there's stuff in front of that door. So that's my piercing room. I'm gonna take you into the back supply room area now. Follow me in here. And I haven't mentioned this before. All of the procedure rooms, my room, the tattoo rooms, and the bathroom, and then this back room all have laminate flooring, which makes them something that can be disinfected. The common area in the drawing room, this hallway, and then the front lobby is carpet. It does get vacuumed daily and then also gets shampooed every so often. So if you come in here, most of the stuff that is in this room doesn't actually have anything to do with me. I keep most of my supplies in my room because that's where I need them. But this room is where we keep the tattoo supplies. So we do have a sink back here. This is not a biohazard sink, it's just a regular sink. We have some gloves, disinfecting wipes, paper towels. Over here, over here we have some mugs because we're planning on selling mugs. That's merch that we aren't actually selling yet, but will eventually. Gloves, lap cloths, storage boxes. There is a refrigerator here that is, you know, just in case somebody wants to bring their lunch. We have some massage tables that are portable, again, for whenever the tattoo artists leave and do conventions. Around this way, we have rubbing alcohol, witch hazel, hydrogen peroxide. It's not really stuff that I use, but again, tattoo artist stuff, ink caps, more ink caps, tongue depressors, which are not a thing that I use. The tattoo artists use that to smear lubricant onto. These are drawers that just have tools and tape, odds and ends that you need in a studio sometimes to repair things, batteries, hammers, nails, box cutters, stuff like that. Down here, these cabinets are all just gloves for everybody. We keep both latex and nitrile gloves because sometimes people have an allergy to one of those things. This cart is on wheels. It is normally pressed up against this door. This is just more supply stuff, mat aside, water bottles. We do give out water bottles to our clients, paper towels, trash bags, disinfectant sprays, green soap, hand wash refills for soap, that sort of thing. This door back here is normally locked. So you can see it is labeled biohazardous waste. This is where we keep, whenever the sharps containers fill up, there is a box in here where those things are placed, and then we call the waste management company and they come and pick it up. So again, normally locked. The key that is for that is over there, just next to the paper towel dispenser. We have packing procedures here for all of the biohazardous waste. In here you can see just the boxes where those things are kept. Everything's kept away from that biohazardous container. Even though the outside of it is clean, we have some extra sharps containers there, and just, you know, some overstock supply things over here, that everything's kept away from that biohazardous stuff. So I'll take you back here, move this just a little bit. Back here in this corner, this is just paper plates. There's some forks here in case anybody is eating here at the studio, which we don't eat in procedure rooms, of course, but me and the artist do eat lunch here pretty often, so that takes place in the drawing room. There's a microwave in case people need to heat up their leftovers. Up here is just some snack stuff. We've got some meal replacement shakes, a couple of things of trash bags that didn't have anywhere else to go, some macaroni and cheese. We have a condiment drawer here. And then these down here really don't have anything important. And then we've got the vacuum cleaner. This is just some stuff that doesn't really have anywhere to go. Every time someone here has a birthday that works here, we have this sash that we hang over their station and we sing to them and give them a cake and everything, which is fun. So that's where that lives. This is an empty drawer. This is just some like instructions on how to put a drawer together, bits and pieces for things that didn't end up getting used. Over here, some mugs in case anyone wants tea. There's a watering can because I have lots of plants in the building and they have to be taken care of. This cabinet is just some hardware for sinks, things that we didn't end up using. We ended up switching out some of the hardware that was on one of the sinks to make it a hands-free sink. And we kept it just in case we needed it. Glue. you know, nothing special there. This is storage containers that are not currently in use, you know, in case anybody needs that sort of thing. It's better to hang on to it, not necessarily have to rebuy it. And that's kind of it for the, oh, under the sink, right? Just really quickly, under the sink, nothing much under here. We have antibacterial soap, a rubber mallet, some bleach, and above the sink here, Q-tips, handbags, not handbags, Ziploc bags. Again, this is all stuff that the tattoo artists use. This isn't really my area, but you know, all this stuff needs to be shown. Really quickly, I'm going to show you the back door. Again, this isn't really a door that we use. It's just here as like an emergency exit in case we need it. This back area is not somewhere that we allow clients to be, and we don't come out here ourselves, so that's our door chime there. I'm gonna come out here. This is the back area. Again, it's not something that we functionally use for anything. It just exists because it came with the building and we have a door there. So. All right, I'm gonna have you follow me in here one more time. That is the entire studio. Thank you for watching this. I'm hopeful to become a member. Again, I'm Persephone Tedrow from Fox&Crow Body Modifications of Evansville, Indiana. Thanks for watching. Bye.